Hello and welcome back. I am Conan Librarian with Conan's EDC, Easy Dad Carry, and today we are going to make some EDC items. We're going to make a knife, and we're going to make an ocarina. Let's take a look. Alright, so these are actually two kits that I picked up while I was on vacation. Uh, I looked everywhere for EDC stuff, and honestly, the best stuff I found was really just kind of gas station knife quality stuff. There really wasn't as much that I really thought I'd be able to find while I was out on the East Coast, but I did come across these two things, and I thought it'd be a lot of fun. So, first up is the JJ's Canoe Knife Kit. It says it's got genuine spring action. Perfect tool to teach knife safety. I mean, I'm of the opinion the best way to teach knife safety is to actually give kids of an appropriate age experience with a knife. Both my kids, they're 7 and 9, have their own knives, and they've had their own knives and tools before those ages, but I just thought this would be kind of fun, and I really love anything in a kit. Now, this says that it has everything you need except sandpaper, so just grab some 400 grit, nothing too crazy. I mean, we're not making a chair, we're just doing some basic sanding at some point. So let's get into it. Oh, I do like this. If you're familiar at all with Swiss Army knives, I mean, it actually very much has the same kind of setup and design and look here of a Swiss Army knife, which I think is a lot of fun. I like this tin itself. It's actually just looks like, I've got right here with me like 4 Altoids tins. Where are they? There we go. Here's one. So it's actually just a little bit bigger, although I'll say the base is pretty much an Altoids tin. The lid is a little bit bigger, and it's a little shorter, a little more shallow than a standard Altoids tin. But, I mean, that's okay. Like I said, we're just kind of... It only had a few pieces in it. I like that it actually has a tin, though. So, what I'm going to do real quick here, I'm going to pause it and read the directions, and then we'll start building this thing. Alright, so it looks to be a fairly easy design. It also says the other thing, well, one, it calls these springs. It also says that to make it smoother, once it's all together, to rub some candle wax on, come on now, on the pieces. I just think something like this is really neat, a craft project that has kind of a sort of meaning to it. Like I said, it says that it's for teaching knife safety, which, there is merit to that. I said that I prefer or believe that hands-on is probably better experience, but that's not to say that there isn't value in something like this. There we go. Plus, this is just something simple and fun, and there's something about building with your hands that I find comfortable, I find kind of almost therapeutic in a way, and I don't think I'm the only one who feels like that, especially because there's so much today that, and I mean, I know I'm saying this while assembling a wooden fake pocket knife, so this is going to make me sound maybe dated, but there is a lot today that is just not experienced the same way as it used to be. So I think it's neat when a different kind of experience can be had with something that seems familiar. So I can see why they call these pieces the springs, because there is a bit of tension on the wood itself. All right, so we have that pushed down. And then we place the other spring here. Just want to be careful because it is pretty much balsa wood. I don't want to snap anything just putting it together. Do this, and then push this along here. All right, we're gonna use a reel tool here for a second, just to get everything kind of lined up. And there we go. So, oh, that is actually really neat compared to an actual Swiss Army knife, but that's a lot of fun. You've got your larger blade, you've got your small blade, and it's just the tension of the wooden springs in there that actually hold that together. So I'm going to rub some candle wax on this. Maybe put a dab of glue in it, although I like the idea too, something it mentions, is that you can actually take it apart again. I don't know that I'm going to be doing any sanding to it right now, but that's actually really a cool little toy. I can see why too this would be a useful tool for teaching, say, safe knife handling, because it does actually have very much that that classic Victorinox feel, where you have your blade, you have to pull it out and it locks. And you can even see down here that kind of slip joint classic action. And teaching someone who's not familiar, so probably a kid, if you're going to hand this to someone, the proper way to hold a knife, the fact that if you push on it, it can still fold on your hand. I mean, when you look at these together, you can even see just the tiniest bit of choil is even pretty close. So yeah, that, I'm not gonna lie, this might rank up there as one of my favorite pocket knives. So that's a big winner. With that then, because it's the same company, JJ's, we are going to put together this Ocarina, a beautiful woodwind instrument kit. Make your own musical instrument, again, 7 and up, and it's made in America, which, I mean, I think that's neat to be able to have something like this. So we're going to pop this open. I don't know what else it says this needs. I don't know if this is also going to need sandpaper. But let's take a look. Okay, another tin kit here. I mean, this is the exact same tin. Talks about an ocarina is an ancient flute-like woodwind instrument, or wind instrument. It includes all the parts you need to make your own wooden ocarina. All you need to supply is glue, sandpaper, and paint. Okay. So this actually recommends using glue this time. I wonder why they wouldn't include, like, just a little tube of it, maybe? I think I probably am not going to glue anything until I have it all together. I do really like this, that there is actually a little chart. It tells you how to play it, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. That is actually super cool. Is this, and it comes out so you could carry this around in a pocket. Look at this. Happy birthday and row, row, row your boat on this card here. That's actually really neat. That's a really cool touch that honestly I really didn't expect. So I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to pause this. I'm going to read the instructions, and then we're going to put it together. Okay, so this one's definitely calling for a little bit more glue and actually paint to seal it, which makes sense. It's a woodwind instrument, so you do kind of want it to be a little airtight. I think today I'm just going to put it together and see how it actually fits together, though. And then I will seal it and paint it later, I think, just because I don't want to take the time for all that, and kind of proof of concept is good enough for me for now. I'm actually really kind of excited about this because, well, I haven't seen anything like this. I'm a big fan of kits and tins, and so, of course, I was immediately drawn to this when I saw it, but I also like the idea of something so different. Because, again, something about crafting, something about making something also has a different kind of connection that I don't think you get from just buying something. Now, obviously, if you know my channel, you know I love buying stuff. It's an unfortunate hobby you get addicted to, but I really like just being able to put hands on something to kind of experience and make it your own too. So this is where it says you would also seal this with some glue or glue the joints together at least. But I think what I'll do for now is just, like I said, put it together, blowing it a little bit, and see if it at least works. Okay. Put the bottom piece on here. And then, oh, the top piece. So, if you're familiar with woodwind instruments at all, what you usually have is a reed. And the reed is, it makes a small surface for wind to blow through. And in a classic woodwind instrument, you would have either a double reeded instrument or a regular one reed like a clarinet, where the reed actually vibrates against a plastic aperture or mouthpiece. In the case of an oboe, you have two reeds, but this is just a small slit here. But even being made of wood means that it's going to have a little bit of a sound that, well, you really only do get with woodwind instruments. Oh no, is this supposed to be? Oh, okay. So it looks like there is supposed to be this divot kind of hollowed out there, which makes sense because the air that you're blowing into it kind of passes over this. So hold on. I also want to do this without... There we go. And that is a little ocarina. Let me try something here. Okay, so this may actually very much require me gluing and painting to really seal it a little bit better first. Let me see if I might be able to get just something out of it, though. So that, well, wind is going into it, but I think what I'm going to have to do is actually glue it and seal it because it's calling for a shellac or some sort of paint or veneer in order to get everything sealed. But I also do really like that it's actually got these little lanyard holes, so you could actually put a lanyard on this and wear it around your neck. And once it's actually painted and sealed and glued, it is balsa wood, so it's not something you're going to want to sit on or maybe just throw loose in a bag with a bunch of heavy stuff. But, I mean, it's going to become a solid little piece. I think that's really neat. So, yeah, I'm going to glue this, I'm going to paint it, and this will probably make an appearance in a future video. Probably just a short. But, overall, I would say actually really cool. I'm going to have to go online and see if I can find some more of this stuff by JJ's. Because if they have more of this sort of thing, I am absolutely interested in building some more, getting my kids with this stuff as well, putting their hands on it and building. I think they would really enjoy it. And I mean, I like neat stuff. I like interesting stuff. So while putting together a tiny wooden pocket knife or a tiny ocarina may not appeal to a lot of people in the EDC community, uh, I think this is a lot of fun. So, yeah, thank you for spending your time with me. I will, like I said, do some research. I'll see if I can find these and drop some links in the description. And yeah, I absolutely recommend picking them up. So, thank you again for spending your time with me. And as always, stay safe, be prepared, and have a great day.